spell it wrong and you hear it both ways.
Wing, 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 this is the police.
Trata que mamate.
Gila Abila. What?
Nestle?
What? Say that kill me.
Had a whole conversation about someone just dicked us.
I don't know. My hands.
Heard it both ways.
What?
They lost me with that one.
I did it.
That sip was juicy.
Brought to you by Starbucks Buttercup Coffee.
Buttercup.
Starbucks.
Butter.
Brought to you by
Butterscotch.
your mom.
Where it's always butter and scotch together.
Oh, how about the mirrors? Can I pull up the mirrors and then you pull up mirrors up there and we rate them on like a scale of 1 to 10?
Oh my god.
Yes.
Eric just went, yeah.
You gonna put 'em up
do
there?
that.
Or there.
I think you have them on here.
I have them on here, but I don't know how to.
Yeah, you can't do that. I have to do that afterwards.
So you gotta remember.
I mean, Jamie has to do it.
No, that guy got fired.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
He's right there.
No.
Yeah.
You didn't get the memo,
She doesn't even
Jeremy?
freaking know, dude. It's Julio.
You're fired.
No.
Julio.
It's Jamie.
All right,
What's his
whatever.
name? Vote.
He's hired.
Somebody give me a name.
Jamie.
That's not Jamie. I don't want Jamie. Jamie already exists. Ew.
No.
Ew.
Hubba Bubba.
I want to vote for a different name.
Hey, Hubba Bubba, can you
No.
put that on the screen?
Definitely not that. Hambobo. Dude, we should call him Hambobo. Hambobo.
No.
It's 3 against 1 no matter what.
All right, everybody who says Hambobo.
Hambobo.
You're not going to vote for Hambobo?
Well, I was thinking something cooler.
Hambobo is
Hambobo.
Hambobo is cool. Shut the.
What's Ham Bubble?
because one night we were playing games in the house, and I was trying to remember the name of the gorilla,
Harambe.
and I was
She
like,
went, it's that one.
you know, that one gorilla,
Hambobo.
Hambobo.
Hambobo. And I was like, yep, it's his name.
Yep, got it. Perfect.
Got it. That's it.
That's his name.
Harambe. Hambombo. Same thing.
Hambobo.
Hambobo.
That's what happens when you hang
So
out.
Jamie,
So-
your name is now Hambobo.
Hambombo. Pull these up. So this will be the first one. This one got me because I'm standing here and I'm like, where's the mirror?
Yeah, I was saying the same thing.
I was
Yeah,
like,
but look at
where
that thing
the
in the
F is
top
the
corner.
mirror?
Like, what is going on here, though?
It makes sense now. I think it's a very long mirror.
And one person's holding that corner, another person's holding that corner,
But
and
at
they took
first
a
I'm
picture
like-
of it.
Are they going to show us the mirror? Or is it in the
Where's it at,
hallway?
though?
I
Where
wanna-
does it start and where does it end?
Where does it end?
I wouldn't
Yeah.
even want to go
Like, this
anywhere
is
near
a,
this.
But that
map.
looks like a bathroom remodel.
Like,
Should
what were
ask
you
him.
thinking?
I don't like all the shadows.
but you know what? It's like, it's $10. I wonder if this is some kind of like secret message to other people. Like, because there's another mirror in there that's just $10.
He's trying to get older.
See, look.
women.
Why?
Look at them dogs.
Go up.
That's the only thing that's nice is that bag.
No,
Go up.
he's looking at the
Go
feet.
up.
Look at that
Go up.
zipper, though.
Go up. What malfunction do you have right now? Where your pants? Just leave it there for a second.
Wow. What is that? Is that a man or a girl? He's a transformer.
Listen. Why is your belly button so wet? Why is there moisture there?
I mean, you're looking
water?
at yourself in the mirror. You see what you're.
This
what's
is
there.
disturbing.
It's just uncomfortable.
I will go and buy this mirror. Why? Because I want to talk to this person.
Okay.
I don't
It's got to
trust
be
her.
funny. She
I
got to
don't
be doing it on
trust
purpose. Has to be doing it on
Or
purpose.
her and the first guy are they're sending a message to each other.
That's hilarious.
$10 mirrors.
The zipper did it for me.
Okay. That's weird.
Oh my god! More nasty feet.
Oh, you took it with you, David.
Oh my! They try to follow me.
What? I just thought that one was funny because I didn't know if those were scratches on the mirror.
I
and-
saw.
don't
I'm sorry.
know.
Was the other mirror 50? What mirror was $50? I saw a mirror
No,
for $50.
it was
No.
10, free, 10, 15.
Free. Ugh.
The free
I
one
feel
was
insulted. You should charge me.
So
$10 at least.
David's the guy that's like, don't do buy one get one. It's just full price. Buy one get one. David's like, oh no. Ew. What?
Buggles.
I mean, like, look at that second toe.
Does he even have a pinky toe?
Dude, it's a
Oh
pink,
yeah,
it's
right.
a pinky
1,
ball.
2, 3, 4. It's a pinky ball.
It's like
That
he's
second toe is
curling
going
his
like
toes.
that.
It's sideways. Okay, it looks like it. Yeah.
They're going.
Just like grabbing onto
Dude,
that
what is
floor
going
though.
on
like,
there? I'm
Can't go anywhere.
my
That tone
score is
is-
slowly
This
going
floor.
up towards ew.
Still want to ask him, hey, did you lose a pinky toe? Look,
Where's your pinky at, dog?
where is it? It's not even touching the ground.
Is there another one?
Yeah, but like, why?
Call him and be like, hey, how much for that vacuum?
I'm looking at the picture.
Am I buying everything
Um,
that's in the mirror, or
I didn't want to send you. Hi, is this still available? I just had a legitimate question. Why
Why?
did you scribble yourself out? Is that on the mirror or?
yeah? Why does the mirror have this black figure? in it?
Yeah,
I
I'm
can't
just
see it.
concerned. Why are you so? You know it's on your Facebook profile, right? We can
know what
find
you
out
look like.
what
I know
you
who you
look like.
I'm
don't
pretty
think that
sure.
much. I
You
find
are
you.
a failure to society.
I just thought it was goofy. I saw it. I was like, what the heck?
And he says it had stain on it.
What? Oh no! What stain?
Oh,
Like
like the,
he said, there was a stain on
Go down.
it.
In the description, it says it's got stain.
it's got some wood stain mirror. I was like, damn, I don't want it.
There's a
Oh,
stain on
the
the
wood. It's a wood stain thing. Oh, okay. They stained the wood.
Yeah.
Got you. Got
Yep.
you.
Wait, that-
Oh, I forgot about this. This is not a mirror. But man, I really want to buy this table after this guy's posing in it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
look at that jacket.
I
What?
don't like
Wait,
the table.
I didn't
but
realize how much this was.
It was $1,200. He
Does it
borrowed
come
his
with the
mom's
jacket?
jacket and wig or shirt, whatever that is.
I want a jacket.
I want the jacket.
Actually, it's not a jacket. It's a shirt.
It's like a light sports jacket.
It's
I
like
think.
a
I don't know, but I want it.
what the?
It's
heck?
got all the right
I just
colors.
realized he's wearing like Daisy Dukes.
Yeah, I definitely want to
He's
meet
wearing
him.
his all of his mom's clothes right now.
Or his wife.
Man, that really.
I
I don't know what's more disturbing actually. I'm starting to think though there's something else going on with the mirrors. That based on the price, it symbolizes something. Kind of like the villages with the loofahs.
Stop. We're not.
Oh, this
Let's
guy's a
talk about it.
15? He's a 15? Freak. Freak.
You wild.
This guy's free.
Whoa.
What do you
Vanilla.
expect?
That's everything.
Vanilla. Oh. That's it.
That
Okay.
could be why the girl was unzipped.
Yeah. See, like I think they're sending messages.
Dude, is it a
$10
secret
mirrors?
cult? It's a mirror cult
Yeah.
on freaking Facebook?
I mean,
I'm telling you. David.
What?
He said,
I'm
I'm in.
And for that reason, I'm in.
What if it really was? Like there was some.
The
kinda-
loofah thing is too much, though.
Do you know about the loofah thing? Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to move.
Just explain
to
for people who
Ocala
don't know.
For that reason.
So in the villages, they ride around in the golf carts. The villages is the town that has a bunch of retired people and everything, And so they ride around in the golf carts. And depending on what color loofah you have, I thought it was just on the golf cart. Maybe
It's on cars too.
Oh, it is on cars.
On their physical personal vehicles.
Nice.
Yep.
Depending on the color of the loofah, determines what you're into. So look, here we even have a
Go ahead and read that
index
Code. It's the loofah code
of the villages.
Read the
of
colors.
villages. White is novices and beginners. Purple is, I don't know what that means, voyeur.
Watch.
And voyeur and people who like to watch. What is,
Voyeur is someone who likes to watch.
so it's the same thing?
Yeah.
It's just somebody who likes to watch.
Stand in the closet.
Oh.
Pink is soft swap. People
Nice.
who like to do it with others in the room.
Trapped in the
Wait,
closet.
so
What?
I don't understand that.
People who like to do it with others in the room. Soft.
So you're
swap?
not swinging.
But what's soft swap?
it's
but,
you're
like,
having
You're
sex
doing it, but
with your
people
partner.
are somewhat. Yeah.
And someone else is having sex with their partner.
But
in
no,
the
it
same
says
room,
soft
right?
swap. Be careful what you say because we've been very, very careful to not say anything. I'm just giving you a warning. No, you're good. I was just giving you a heads up.
I didn't say anything yet.
No, I know. You're
Okay,
good.
two people having courtesies.
What?
Courtis.
Nope. Don't say it.
Courting? Courting?
No, it's called
What?
courtis.
I think he's saying coitus.
Courtis.
Yes.
I got an accent.
Yep.
Courtis.
Courtis. This is where you
Yeah,
play basketball on the
courtis.
court.
Yeah, courtis. Yeah, you having courtises?
Sheesh.
Yeah. What does courtises mean? Two animals doing it.
Pink. So I guess I don't understand the difference between the purple and the pink, but all right, whatever.
One is
Well,
watching,
purple
one
is-
is
yeah.
doing. So
Can I do both?
the purple will
they
be
like
with
to do it with others in the room.
Right.
Whoever's in the room, I got it. Okay. Blue is the lowest level of full swap. Those who can play well with others. Yellow is mid-level swap for those who want to have fun but are still nervous. Black is full swap. Those who say, "What the heck? Let it all go down." Teal is both ways.
both ways. Yeah.
For those that want to increase their dating chances.
Ew.
What?
Come on, Grandma, slow down.
Is that teal or is that blue? That's confusing.
Yeah, teal. Wait, let me see what. They're very close. That's crazy because of what they both mean.
Right. You can send
Like-
some mixed signals. That's
Right.
a gray. What the heck are you supposed to do with gray?
It's probably white, just dirty. It's been up there so long.
Just like grandma.
Yikes.
I don't
Yeah,
like
because
this.
blue and teal are very close together, and they mean completely different things.
I
Teal.
don't like it.
That's just salt and
It's
pepper.
very disturbing.
I don't like this.
My
It's
whole
uncomfortable.
point was the mirror pictures money $10 thing. You know, based
You
on the
think it's
price.
similar to
I
the
feel like
loofah
it's
thing?
similar to the loofah thing. It's sending a message.
Say
Thank
something.
Oh.
goodness I'm a bar soap kind of guy. There's,
Thank goodness I watch with my hands.
yeah.
Oh, I like loofahs. I love loofahs. You know why? Because they scrub your body real good.
What kind of loofah?
I like a
She-
sponge.
You like a sponge?
The
Yeah,
sponge.
she uses like the natural like.
No,
sponge.
but I like
Actually from the ocean.
the reason why I like loofahs because it absorbs the soap to me the best.
I guess that's kind of why they
And I
did it,
love
just as
scrubbing my body
absorbing
really
everything.
hard. When I put soap, I like to really scrub. Just make sure I get all the dead skin, get all the germs and the dirt out. I scrub real hard. Real hard.
Oh my god.
You should be a loofah salesman. I
I
know a
will-
place that you
Dude.
probably would make a killing.
Dude, I will go to the villages. Look, you're going to want this loofah, not only because of the color,
Look,
but it'll take all your wrinkles away.
Dave's loofahs.
Loofahs by Dave.
Loofahs
Yeah.
by Dave.
And you can have it both ways.
Oh.
You ever heard of the Georgia Guidestones?
Is that like coal stones?
No, it's kind of like not even close. But
Is
it's
it
kinda
Georgia?
like- yes,
And they guide you
and it
with rocks?
Oh, those are bladder stones.
Oh, when Georgia has a path, they have a kidney stone and they guide it.
nope, it's a guide stone.
Oh.
It is a granite monument in Elbert County, Georgia, which is like just northeast Georgia, and it was put up in 1980. Just under 20 feet tall. It has 6 big granite slabs. It weighs 237,746 pounds.
That's a big bitch.
It is. But there's like a bunch of weird stuff around it. Have you ever heard of them before?
Yep.
Have you heard of them before?
Nope.
You've heard of it, Eric?
Yeah. A couple days ago.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Well, that happens sometimes.
Yeah.
1979, this guy uses a fake name. Huge.
I
My
wish
name
I
is
can-
Jeff.
I wish I can see your
My name
names.
is Jeff.
Huge.
I'm not going to do that anymore. Robert
you can do
C. Christian. That's the name that he went to.
Robert C. Christian? That's
Robert
his fake
C.
name?
Christian. That's his fake name.
Wow, that's a good fake name.
He goes to this granite facility that they deal with rocks. They do like tombstones and I guess a bunch of other stuff. And he says he's there on behalf of a small group of loyal Americans. I want to read it because I want to make sure I don't get it wrong. He goes there to try to get them to build this thing. And Robert Christian said that the stones would function as a compass, a calendar, a clock, and should be capable of withstanding catastrophic events. I guess he went by R.C. Christian supposedly because he's a Christian, and he wanted it to represent that
Do we know his real
beliefs.
name?
There's 2 people that know his real name.
Oh, okay.
Only 2 people, and I guess I'm sure somebody knows that they've told, but I don't think it's like complete public knowledge. But he got the idea from Stonehenge, and he said, well, Stonehenge doesn't really have a message. It's just like there's no like meaning to it that's written out. So Joe Findley is the granite company guy, and he thought that this R.C. Christian was just crazy. So he's like, okay, I'll just give him this like off the wall, ridiculously high price. Nobody knows what it really cost, but it was around $100,000 back in 1980.
Yep.
1979. They're saying that's around almost $500,000 now. But he's like, this guy, there's no way. I'll just give him some off the wall price that he'll say no. And the guy was like, okay,
Do it.
cool,
Build
we
it.
got it. So he went ahead and did it, and this guy sent him a scale model of what he wanted it to look like. There was a bunch of specs that he wanted it to follow because he wanted to use it as like a space, something to do with the moon and some stars.
Real quick, what year was this again?
It was built in 1980. He came to the Granite Company in 1979, though. On it, right, this is the weird part, there's 10 guidelines, which people kind of say it's like 10 commandments, but it's 10 guidelines that are engraved on each stone. It's the same. It says the same thing in 8 different languages, one on each side of the stone. So there's 4 pillars, and he had it in English, Spanish, Swahili, Hindi, Hebrew, Arabic, traditional Chinese, and Russian.
Wahili.
Swahili.
What is that?
It's a language in Tanzania.
Kenya.
Yeah, Kenya,
Okay, it's their main language.
Uganda, Rwanda,
Swahili.
Swahili.
That's what they spoke in Georgia at the jungle. Anyways.
So there's a lot of controversy behind the 10 guidelines
I know.
because so they're saying it's according to them it's supposed to guide humanity to conserve nature after a nuclear war that they thought for sure was going to happen. And there's 4 main themes behind each of the things they're saying. It was to establish a one world government, which people are already against right now. Population reproduction control.
Oh, it's all coming back to me. Yes, I did look
You hear
this
about
up.
this?
Yeah. And I heard they actually believe this.
Well,
the Scientology people actually believe this.
this has nothing to do with Scientology. Though.
No, but like Scientology people actually believe.
What he said.
This?
Yeah.
So it talks about having one world government, reproduction control, and it says the environment of humankind's relationship to nature, and then just spirituality. But the 10 things that it says, it's weird. So it says maintain humanity under 500 million people in perpetual balance with nature. That's exactly what it says. Then it says number 2, guide reproduction wisely, improving fitness and diversity. Number 3 is unite humanity with a living new language. Number 4, rule passion, faith, tradition, and all things with tempered reason. Number 5 says protect people and nations with fair laws and just courts. 6, let all nations rule internally, resolving external disputes in a world court. 7, avoid petty laws and useless officials. And 8, balance personal rights with social duties. 9, prize truth, beauty, love, seeking harmony with the infinite. 10, be not a cancer on earth. Leave room for nature. The problem is like when you read it, some of those things I think I don't know what you think. Like there's some that are like obvious. Like
Let's
yeah, that'd be
just-
perfect.
Let's just say there were 500 million people on this earth.
hmm
You can live like in one state and you probably won't even see someone.
But is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It just depends.
How many people?
I think it's a bad thing, and I also think it's dangerous because how do you control reproduction?
Well, that's
That's the scary part.
the scary part too.
Who's in charge and who's
Because isn't
enforcing
that
this?
something that China's already doing? There's like a 2-kid
500 million. How many people in this world? 7 billion?
8.1.
8.1 billion.
Wow. So you can go to Arizona right now and you won't find that one person if you're out. Like
You're saying, like-
I went to
In
Arizona
certain rural areas.
and I was just driving, literally all over the state, and certain parts of the state, you're in the middle of nowhere for a long time.
But what's crazy is that like that kind of goes against. I mean, he's a Christian, but it talks about reproducing and being fruitful. So
There's a whole thing on that because
that's like way less than fruitful.
500 million. You know how that's.
there's some like secret society that they're associating this guy with, and it says make sure that their trademark is our Christian, and this guy decided to go by Robert Christian, something to do with this other, which I didn't look into a whole lot, but they're trying to associate him with this other like
Group.
cult extremist group from way back in the day. But you're right, like how can you say Christian and then say all of these things? Like that's the opposite.
Yeah.
But some of it, it's like, okay, don't be a cancer on the earth. Like, okay, like we're spreading. You look at all the new buildings and all the new housing developments going, like, and people need it, but also it just seems icky,
would it
right?
be
Like
cool?
it's just too much. Like it's too much building.
Would it be nice? Yeah.
What?
Is it dangerous? Yeah, because at one point, how are you going to get down to 500 million?
Well, this is if there was a nuclear.
He had a book, and
Right? Well, hold on. This is if there was a nuclear war, everything was wiped out. He left these stones so that it would be left for people to read if there were any
to try to
survivors,
guide
right?
it as
So that's what it's like. You're restarting. So this he's saying like live by this.
Right. They're saying, hey, let's keep it here after this event had occurred, and which is the other thing. So is he saying, should we follow this now? But they say, oh no, it's supposed to be after nuclear war. There's a lot of conspiracies around what the guy was trying to say, and he wrote a book too, and it came back with him kind of explaining how he hoped that the depopulation would be like a gradual thing, like it would kind of happen naturally. But I don't know. There's just different things. Like it's just like having the one world order, the single. You know what I mean? Like just having one. I
Yeah.
just don't think that works. That doesn't work with our country now. Like different states
Now
have
that
different
you're
laws.
saying it, I don't think the Scientology thing is exactly the same. It's,
No,
it's
it's not.
similar, but not the same.
No.
I got confused because when you were saying something, I was like,
It
I thought-
reminded you of it.
huh? Yeah, but I thought this is what this is what we should do now. I didn't think it was if a nuclear war happened, this is how you should live
But
after it.
Yeah, but it says like they've been accused of promoting eugenics and genocide in these 10 guidelines. So it's like, I don't know. That's just kind of weird. But there's also other stuff around it. So it was built in 1980, but
Well-
What was going on in 1980s?
Well, you had
a lot of things.
Wasn't there a war with Russia? No, was it the Cold War?
no, that wasn't in the 80s.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. In the 80s, the Cold War in the 80s, right?
It wasn't in the 80s.
Oh, it wasn't? It was in the 70s.
I think there was the Desert Storm, which was
Yeah.
Abscam, FBI personnel target members of the Congress of the United States in a sting operation.
You know what happened? The Winter Olympics.
Oh, well, that was a letdown. I don't know. I don't see anything that's like crazy because if it was, it would have popped out by now. But the crazier part, so July 6th, 2022, somebody blew a chunk of it out. Like they put an explosive there and they blew apart.
2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago, somebody blew a giant chunk. It had been spray painted and people tagged it saying that like they're fascists and all this other stuff. Like who would follow these rules and whatever. So somebody planted a bomb there, blew it up, and it.
But if it's supposed to be how you're supposed to live after a nuclear war, why even care?
Well, because they're saying like he was technically trying to put the message out there for people to read prior to that as a hint.
And this is right when it happened.
Jesus. If there was a nuclear war, I mean, I know that's made out of stone. Depending where the bomb hit, I might not be there.
Probably not.
That probably not. I don't
The
think
guy
I'd be
just
there
blew it
at
up
all.
with like a little IED or whatever kind of bomb
Yeah,
it
just-
was, and it took it out. I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously
I don't
not.
think it will be there.
The crazy part was, right? Georgia Bureau of Investigations, and I think it was FBI that was involved. So they investigated it, right? So you get all these guys out there, Georgia Bureau of Investigations. They're out there within the same day, right? You would think that they would analyze everything, try to figure out any kind of clue. It was a bombing, like regardless of what it is, because
That's super dangerous.
this guy, right? He bought the land from a farmer to put it on. I think it was like 2 acres or 5 acres. He bought the land, and then the farmer, the family that owned it, he gave them rights to graze cattle anyway. So like that's all they were really doing. And he's like, I'll buy the land. I want to put this here. You guys can still do whatever you're doing. No big deal. Then I know that like cows were getting too close to it, so they ended up like putting a fence up and still letting the cows use most of the rest of the land. Eventually, I guess the state got it. Like they own it now. So that's a monument. That's a state monument, and somebody blew it up. Like that's a problem.
That's
So
odd that the state.
the state bought it. It became a landmark. While they're investigating it, like that's a major deal, right? You would think that would be weeks of like analyzing every little thing. You have a vehicle of interest because it
And a
was around the
video.
time, and a video of them driving away. Hours after they're investigating it, they just demolished the whole thing. Gone. Then they have no suspects at all. And then like a year later, the FBI came out and just to make an announcement on the status of the case, and there was like no update. But why would you do that if you were investigating a bombing?
And,
Like,
and
you don't know
didn't
what
have any
these-
suspects yet. It wasn't really closed.
My thing
Immediately.
is, what was inside the stones?
Well, there's a time capsule underneath it.
Oh well,
They
that
didn't-
story didn't end yet.
They didn't talk about the time capsule. There's a time capsule underneath it, and there's a whole thing that talks about the
The hole in the stone that's got the carving on it, it allows rays of sun to pass through at noon each day, shining a beam at the center of the stone, indicating the day of the year.
there was a lot of work that went into
Wow.
that, right? Like there's a ton of work. I don't know
Did
where
they
there
say what was in the capsule?
No, they didn't talk about it.
Somebody found a treasure map that led them to that.
There had to have been something involved where they like
No, that could be the treasure, the capsule.
time capsule placed 6 feet below this spot to be opened on. Like this is what it says. It didn't even have a date.
Oh, it says time cap.
It was
placed
marked.
6 feet below the spot on blank to be opened on blank. Well, I mean, hello, fill in the blanks. Is this some kind of
Is it a joke? I don't know.
How
It's
many?
weird.
How many?
Mad Lib?
one-time
Is that what they
capsule.
call it when you have to fill in the?
No, how many of
Yeah,
these
Mad Lib.
sculptures, these monuments, is just one?
Yeah, it was just one in Georgia. That's what it looked
Only
like.
one, ever.
This guy went to go see Stonehenge, and he's like, "I like this. I want to build it." And people called this the American Stonehenge. That's what people
That's
referenced
lame
it.
though compared to
It's
what-
pretty.
Well, but he said, "Yeah, it looks cool." But if you think about the message behind it, it's like,
Wanna be
what did this guy
stone.
mean? That's kind of weird. And also, like when he talks about eugenics and all this other stuff, like when he said control the population, I think it was number 2.
But it was after a nuclear war.
No. Oh, you're saying like that.
I don't. that's
guide
not-
reproduction wisely, improving fitness and diversity. So that's talking about not anybody can just have a kid. We need these specific people to have a kid. So now
strong. You want strong genetics.
Right.
Which-
Wait, wasn't there a movie about that?
that was different.
Where
That
they-
was when they were doing it like digitally, or there was some other things like when you can like get rid of certain habits and stuff.
Yeah.
That's sad, but
Yeah.
it
What are you
helps.
gonna say?
The movie?
Mm-hmm.
You know what it is?
What?
I can't think of the name of it. Say it.
Gattaca.
Gattaca.
Gattaca. Yeah.
What was it about? Just that?
It was was that the one with Ewan McGregor?
No. Gattaca. Yeah, that's it.
It's not Gattaca.
You know what? Now that I'm thinking,
I don't know how
how
to
would
spell
you
it.
determine
Yeah, that is too.
what
Yes.
what genetics are the strongest? Because
That guy. What's that dude's name?
Jude Law.
Jude Law.
What like
Jude
what
Law.
do you determine what is strong and what is
yeah,
weak?
because you
and-
could be you could be intelligent, you could be physically strong, you could have wisdom,
They probably got the people
But
that
also
had
you're-
like
you can be, but like you can't say, oh, he's tall, so he's the strongest. No, he's just tall. A little guy can whoop his butt.
But you're talking about if you have a kid.
Yeah.
Would you want your kid to be any different, or would you want the ability to alter things pre-birth?
Well, if you want to, I don't.
That's what this movie's about. That's not what the Stones
Oh,
are about.
okay.
But this specific, it's
But
kind of
just
a similar
pick
idea.
a stronger spouse. This spouse is good.
All right. So what if you don't have a spouse? What if you have a spouse and they're like, you're
I
not
like the
gonna
hips on her.
you're not gonna cut it.
That's
we
like
need her to have a
Dwight
child with
from The
this
Office.
guy.
Then you're
because-
wrong. Then I would say.
But that's guiding. That's sort of guiding, right?
That's
You remember
strongest,
Dwight
like-
did that in
What?
The Office? Like
Yeah,
he
he
picked
did.
the females based on.
Yeah, he did.
He did. That's hilarious.
Those are some hip bearing.
Yeah.
That's some childbearing hips.
Yeah.
Childbearing hips.
I need to find me some childbearing hips.
No, let's move on.
Yikes.
You need to find you need some childbearing hips, David.
Not me, but I need a
You need
woman
a solid conversation.
to give me
Yeah.
her childbearing.
Would you want them to be natural, like just whatever? Would you change anything about them?
No, because they're coming from me first.
Exactly. So, but that's a problem, right?
Yeah.
What do you think is the problem, right?
I mean, but you see how
You see the
you
issue.
see the issue.
And look at the me. I want a bunch of me's running around.
No, I'm
Nope.
saying, but I'm saying, like, if you had the option, Gattaca that's what it was about. It was like,
I just
if
get
you
me a
could-
big, strong Russian woman.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, in this movie, they can look at your kid and go, "Oh, we could take out
He's got too many chromosomes.
like addictive personality traits. Like they can just remove it and all this stuff." But then you're not like a regular person. That's not you didn't
You
develop
are.
naturally. How are you?
I won't say naturally, but-
we removed certain things that made you a person.
that is kind of cool.
Oh, you don't want your kid to be artistic? No problem. Boop,
Yep, gone. Yeah, that's kind of dope.
You would do that? You sign up for that?
I'll sign it up for myself, not for my kids.
Oh,
If I can do it for me, moi, then yeah.
They can add
but I
things
can't
too,
do it
right?
for me, so then.
selfish. What a baby.
Well, because if I'm perfect, then my offspring will have the same outcome.
I don't know if it went over that in the movie. Do you remember?
Think about it.
I
If
don't
you
remember,
have
but-
that genetic and they took out all the bad, apparently, then it will carry on to the next genetic.
To me, it would almost be boring if you just had just choosing what you want and knowing that it's going to come out this way. Then it's going to be like, okay, well, I'm great. Like, then there's no challenge or there's no, like, I created this child and raised them. Like, I take pride in raising my child and how they ended up. And, like, that means I did the work, not I bought this and created, because of how much money I put into it.
No, I get it. I'm with you.
You still could raise a bad child even though he's perfect. He's got all the great, mechanics.
I think that's kind of how
Yeah.
they sold it too. It was like,
Like-
it's still your kid, but also
Just better mechanics.
we just took a bunch of stuff out of it.
Instead of a Honda, you're getting a Ferrari. Instead of a Nissan pickup truck, you're getting a Ram 350.
I like how we're comparing kids to cars.
Why? Yeah. Why are they trucks?
Instead of Jimmy, you're getting LeBron James.
That was a little drumby. It's a great deal. It is. One was one of those babies and one wasn't, right? One was altered and one wasn't. Like they were brothers, right?
I saw that movie.
They were
That's
brothers
a really
and
good
one
movie.
one was like
They just did. They had a natural birth.
the one. You're right, right.
And the second one, they take his sperm and her egg, and then they put them together, and they go, all right, you got 2 healthy boys, 2 healthy girls. What color eyes do you want them to have?
Yeah,
You
that's
want them
weird, dude.
predisposed
It's
with-
like a Grand Theft Auto character. That's weird.
Yeah, so
That's
like,
a weird way
and
to
then
do
the
it.
first one when he was born, they like took his blood sample and they were like, oh, he's got, they read out the statistics. He's got a 98% chance of having heart failure in his 30s.
What?
Yeah,
I see. I
that
don't
was
remember
the
that
point
part.
behind the movie was like he was like doomed from the start and was like living his life
Prepared for that.
prepared for it, and also I'm trying to think of how to word it. Like there was only certain jobs you could get if you were that class of person. If you were perfect, genetically perfect, you could do any job. And he wanted a job that required him to be genetically perfect. So he was using someone who was genetically perfect but had like a disability. So this dude was genetically perfect and he was in a car. Someone ran him over and he couldn't use his legs.
Right, because it doesn't stop stuff like that from happening.
No.
That was such a good movie.
So he was taking his identity and his DNA and all this stuff to use it to get him into a better job.
Do you think that's going to happen? You think that's going to be because they already have the artificial womb thing, right? Isn't that a real thing already?
Yeah, they were doing it like having an artificial womb. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Did you see Fallout? The series?
Yeah.
It's kind of like,
That was like a big corporation trying to take over,
yeah.
which
I
is
kinda-
crazy. Why
I
would you do
kinda-
that?
Yeah,
is
but they
now.
had their group of people that they protected, and that's the underground ones.
Dude,
They
that's
all
wild.
did. It's kind of like that movie ish. It follows under that idea. But
Yeah, like they were the perfect
yeah,
group.
it's kind of scary though.
Oh, that kind of leads me into World War II. I know Eric was talking about that earlier.
Yeah, he has some. Deets. Hit me with the deets.
How about
World War II, WW2.
nice? Look at
What would
we're trying to segue
WW2?
into big dog.
God, why are you gonna make this so hard, Eric?
That's what I felt. That's immediately what came to my mind. Like right away, I was like,
But I didn't even
all
say
right,
it.
let's throw it to him. Let's throw it to
Let's
him.
throw it to him.
Let's throw it to him.
Huh? The way
What are you talking about?
Just, we talked about this earlier, Eric.
This is you.
This was us in the green room.
Remember the thing you were telling me about?
Earlier, you were talking about it, and you were talking, and then
And then
We
we're
said
we're
it
gonna
in
do
the
this.
living room. It was in the
literally
living room.
an hour and a half ago, we were gonna talk about
Wait.
it.
You said, I'm going to go like
rehearsed
this. I'm going to tee it up. You're going to knock it out of the park. That's what you said.
And then now
I
you're
said,
not.
does this what work for? I said, you want one of these? Yeah. Give it to me. Gave it to him. What are you talking about? Me?
Nah.
What? Who? Huh? What? Huh?
Meh?
Why?
We can look at more mirrors.
Why?
We can pull the mirrors back up.
Why? Why? Why?
Why?
Why?
Why?
Why?
Why? Why?
Did anybody ever answer him?
Why?
Why?
Is he still there? Why?
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 Okay.
Why?
This is what I'm here for.
I came here for that. Are you telling me to?
no, we're stopping this before it starts.
You talking about Chet? What? What do you say, dude?
Which one is Chet and which one is
We got him with the forehead microphone. What are you talking about, dude?
See, Eric, you
W.
should have just taken your segue.
Dude, when you don't, are you
and
trying?
went with it.
No.
Are you trying to tell me, dude?
No.
Dude, are you trying to tell me right now, dude?
Hey, you had my rubber band?
Are you trying to tell me right now, dude? Dude, are you trying to tell me right now about WW2, dude?
Why?
What?
Look what you did.
Are you trying to tell me right now, dude?
This is your fault.
Are you trying to tell me right now, dude? What?
Why?
Why? Why? Dude. Are you going to tell me about some details for WW2?
What?
That's
Can't hit anymore.
WW2.
Why?
Me with the
World
deets.
War.
Dude, you're talking about WW2?
I heard Wonder Woman was there.
It's a lie.
Prove it.
I saw it in a documentary.
Name of that movie called Wonder Woman.
WW2.
WW2.
Yeah,
There was a documentary called,
She Saved America.
Oh.
True story.
Absolutely.
She was like, fight for women.
And then what happened?
She's like, pew, pew, pew.
Eric has said like
Produce.
10 words this whole podcast.
She's a factory.
You're really pissing
Why?
me
I don't
off.
know why.
Pissing
just sitting
me
there.
off.
Stop.
This
Better
is
than
Eric's
be pissed
response.
on.
Hit him with the gym.
Let's get started.
Just look at the camera, yeah, like.
You guys don't know about that one up there.
Yeah, you see that one.
There's
You
not
see,
one up
see that one over there? Oh, dude, are you telling me right now there's a camera up there, dude? Made you look.
Jesus? He's recording.
And
us.
Momo.
No, so like one of the documentaries, and it was basically going over the entire events of the Manhattan Project and varying varying stuff like that. And it's all very technical, but one of the things that it brought up was talking about how like the amount of secrecy that they had, like when the president died and then Truman took his spot.
What president?
Roosevelt. But
The
anyways, yeah,
president started the Manhattan Project?
yes, he died, and then the president that took over, they were like, "Do we tell him?" And then they were like, "Yeah, we got to."
Well, yeah, you got to tell
We
them.
gotta tell them, yeah. But yeah, just the level of secrecy that they had building something that was they were building something so powerful that that they found a way to split an atom. They found a way to create nuclear chain reaction to create a bomb.
Which is insane.
Yes. Just draw back from all of it. The amount of secrecy they took in order to hide something that was this new technological advancement that they just figured out. So these two dudes in Germany were like, "Hey man, if we take this and we shoot it at that, what happens?" And they were like, "Oh, chain reaction."
What two things were they shooting at each other?
And like shooting some kind of neutron at a uranium cell, creating
An atom bomb.
Yes.
Dang.
So
So Truman didn't know about any of that?
no, he wasn't president.
But wasn't he vice president? Yeah, he had been
He
vice
was the
president for
vice
84
president.
days.
And it was
Like
Roosevelt.
the VP doesn't know about stuff like that
Nope.
going on.
Nope.
You don't think
Top
that might
They're
be?
not
Nope. That's what I'm
ready.
talking
I
about.
guess
It
it's top
was
secret.
so top secret. So
Need to know basis.
yeah.
That's crazy.
But stuff like that, and also thinking like to today, if there's a way they're trying to devise a way to win a Cold War today, and they've got scientists, there's probably things, right? You know, lasers, ray guns, all kinds of crazy
Oh,
stuff.
there's got to be.
Yeah, and everyone's like, oh no, there's not. You know,
Yeah.
there's no way. But back then, there's no way they're going to create something that's that devastating. That's you
Yeah.
know, they
That's
can't
like
create
in
a
the
bomb that big.
40s.
Yeah,
If they had,
45,
if they
yeah,
had
that's
the
it.
atom bomb like that in the 40s, and they were talking about what's his name, Nikola Tesla with the ray gun, like that was a thing. Like they found that. So if you don't think, for whoever thinks that that's not a real thing, that's stupid because they know that that's a real thing.
What is?
The
the ray
Nikola
The
gun?
death
Tesla?
ray. It was just
Death
sending like
ray.
high-powered frequencies that were targeted at specific. Like it was able to wipe out
There's
aerial fleets and all kinds of stuff. Like they just
there's one
taking things
in
down.
Antarctica.
Well, there's vibrations,
Supposedly.
right? They will send
Not
vibrations.
supposed. The guy that works in Antarctica said that.
Yeah, the directed energy weapon, like that. That's got to be real.
But what is it made of? Like, is it like vibrations that they shoot that just very control? Because
Yeah,
I know
that's
really
what I think
high
it is. They say,
vibrations
like-
can rip things apart.
Yeah, but it's like vibration signals.
It's directed energy. I guess it's some type of particle or sent by some frequency. It has to be real.
Well-
like for that guy to be like, you're talking about the Sean Ryan guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, for him to come out and be like, yeah, those earthquakes that they were like, oh, we have no idea where they came from. That was from them firing up the weapon, just trying to test it out. Like it wasn't a
Accidentally,
weapon
there
at
was
first.
accidental. There was
Right.
accidental like
They fired it over here and it created some effect way over there.
tsunami.
And like,
Yes.
yeah, dude.
We never told
When
you
was
about that?
this?
I don't remember when all those earthquakes happened, but that's what they're saying. Because Antarctica, no, you can't just go to Antarctica.
Oh yeah, we talked about this. Yeah, you
Right.
just can't just go. You can go on the outskirts.
But this guy worked there. The one
But
that
I
was
wonder
saying
if some of this World War II stuff started or was this the beginning of the Antarctica project?
They got a lot of German scientists.
Who does? I
A
know
lot
I'm
of German
almost
scientists were sanctioned.
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 Shang Shun.
Sanctioned.
They were sanctioned.
Shang
They got the shank end.
Sanctioned. They were sanctioned.
Go ahead. What were you saying? We
Gesundheit.
interrupted you. So they briefed Truman. Truman has no idea, and they're like, okay, we got to tell him.
Well,
That's
yeah.
what you're saying.
No, yeah. So just that, all of that encompassing the fact of how secret they had to keep it. How
Right.
They're trying to build something to scare off. This was after Pearl Harbor. Germany had got Italy, Japan, and I think Russia on their side. And the U.S. was like, we're not getting involved. And
Yeah.
then immediately Japan was like, Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
that was
okay,
dropped on. I say Hiroshima.
I like Hiroshima.
Other people say Hiroshima.
Oh, I like Hiroshima too.
Hiroshima.
And Nagasaki.
And Nagasaki.
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 Hiroshima. Nagasaki.
Did you mix the two?
Yes.
Nagashima.
Nagasaki.
he just turned into a car.
I turned into a Honda.
Oh, dang. Yeah, but that's pretty crazy. That whole thing. You just wiped out just a town. Like, go on, this is your deal.
No, yeah. Because, well, yeah. So all that aside, the main point I was trying to get out of this was the fact of like that there is probably some high level technology, weapons, stuff that we don't know that there's capabilities because back in the 40s they were building something that was something like that and no one had a clue. They had a whole town building this thing.
You're saying like this can happen now, but and we
There's
haven't.
gotta be projects
probably
happening.
building. About the what's the other one? The weapon that's not real. I don't know if they said it's real. The one it's the satellite that holds the tungsten rods in space, and all they have to do is just drop it, and as it comes to the atmosphere, it superheats in this big metal rod. As soon as it hits the surface,
That's a real thing?
pretty sure. Like someone drew like stuff like that. Like someone was like, "Oh, hey man, this is a really like." They drew up the plans for it, and was like, "Yeah, instead of dropping bombs on people, you could just
Drop
put
a rod.
Yeah, you could just take a tungsten rod.
So is it like a focused...
No, just
Yeah, I
just
saw that.
But I'm saying, so it has... But if it has the same, like, devastation or, like, impact...
I feel
you know
like
what I mean?
that's
Why,
better.
What's the difference? Why is that better?
You can't stop that.
What do you mean? Why is it better?
You cannot stop a metal rod coming down,
You can't stop an atom bomb from being dropped either, right? Unless you shoot the plane down that's dropping it.
or you shoot the bomb in the air.
I don't know that that's... But they've talked about that. Not
Like a rod.
Imagine you with a freaking water gun doing that.
No, you know what I
I'll
mean.
save
But
the
like,
city.
All right, so you're saying it was on the satellites, or like that's what the
That's how you would drop them. So you could go up. They could send someone up there with these rods, put more of them in a satellite, and if the satellite drops them, they can just go up there and reload the satellite, and it's like a 20-foot rod and a foot in diameter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
and they
big.
just and
A
they
foot in diameter.
a foot in
would be
diameter.
and
Yeah.
20 foot long, and they drop it
Pretty big.
and yeah, it drops through the atmosphere. As it drops through the atmosphere, because tungsten gets really hot.
Right,
below,
right.
Yeah,
So they use the atmosphere to heat it up, and then when it bang,
breaks through and it touches the ground. It's kind of like the same
it's like
principle of what like Age of
terminal
Ultron.
velocity.
Like
What?
they bring the rock up high enough and drop it, and as
Right.
the higher it gets up, the terminal velocity of when it hits.
Dude, we're quoting Transformers today, baby.
Yeah, that was Transformers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's roll out.
That movie had a lot of crazy concepts.
I mentioned
Really
Autobots assemble.
Yeah.
Roll out. That was my best impression.
But that's a kinetic energy. Isn't that something about like if you drop a penny from the Empire State Building, it can? I forgot what that whole thing was.
Yeah, because it
Terminal
says
velocity. This
Yeah.
is however much something weighs. Yeah.
it
How
says
much
it will
damage?
travel 36,000 feet per second. Comparable.
30.
So it's like a meteor. You just dropped a meteor on
Yeah.
somebody.
It looks like it says
Ooh,
you can
I
drop
got
on targets with less than 15 minutes notice.
A boop.
Wow, that's insane. I
Just
wonder
imagine how that sounds like a whistle.
that's gonna be uncomfortable to listen to later.
Would it even explode? What would explode? Just
I
It
don't
would
know.
just on him. Just the
The
impact.
impact of it hitting the surface.
it would just be like
Just
No.
like that.
like a
Rods from
shockwave.
God.
Yeah. I
Kinetic
think so.
bomb-
Kinetic
Bombardment.
Kinetic orbital strike.
The hypothetical. Yeah, the hypothetical act.
Hypothetical.
Like that's not been tested. They're like somewhere in the desert. All right, drop
Drop
it.
Drop another rod.
Yeah, send another one.
See what happens.
You guys.
Attacking a planetary.
Oh, Project Thor.